Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to be teaching you how to prepare your student meat pie. Okay, so today we have our already diced carrots and Irish potato. We have our beef. So this beef, you can either get a minced beef from ShopRite or any shopping mall, or you go to the market and get fresh beef and dice it yourself. So today we are making use of fresh beef. Okay, so this is our pot on the fire already. Then we'll pour in our already diced Irish and our diced carrots. You let it cook for about 30 minutes or till it's done. You don't need to let the water dry off completely before you know that it's done. You just check it after 30 minutes to ensure that the Irish and the carrots is now soft. Then after which you sieve. Meanwhile, there are different recipes for preparing the fillings of the meat pie, but this is my own recipe. So you ensure that you sieve out the water completely and leave in the sieve to drain. After which you put in your beef and parboil. Like I said earlier, this is my own recipe. Everybody has his or her own recipe. Many people just make use of their beef like that without parboiling, but this is my own recipe, and this is the reason why I parboil mine before making use of. I parboil mine because I feel that the fresh blood still in the meat is not good for human consumption. So after that, I sieve out the water and leave the beef to dry a bit. Then I pour in my groundnut oil and fry a bit before adding my spices. So for the spices, you can decide to use any spice of your choice, but these are the spices of my choice. So you can decide to add any spice to your taste. If you can remember, before I started this video, I made a comment. I was like, how to make your student meat pie. You may be wondering, student meat pie, why not party size meat pie, sorry. If there is any student watching this right now, if you would agree with me, you will know that students are very economical. So this is a quality meat pie, but in a small way. Quality in the sense that we have all the properties of meat pie in it. Many students would agree with me that meat pie being sold in their school now, apart from the one we get in shopping mall, ShopRite and the rest, is really nothing to write home about. They call it meat pie, but things that are actually inside is nothing to write home about. So now you see with me the reason why I called it student meat pie. So before we continue with the explanation of this, our student meat pie, please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for notifications of more videos. Don't forget to also drop a comment on this video and share. So back to our explanation. At this point, we are done with almost all our spices. This is where we are stirring to letting those spices enter very well into the beef. And at this point, we had to add our pepper. When it comes to the usage of pepper, so many people use different types of pepper. Some make use of Cameroon pepper, depending on the one you prefer the most. Some make use of fresh pepper, some make use of suya pepper, some make use of dry pepper, depending. So after which we add our salt and stir. Then you add a little water and cover the lid to let it boil very well. We all know that inside meat pie, that's inside the flour of meat pie, there is something inside it that makes it spicy and delicious, which is what we are preparing now. This is the filling. It is called the filling, and this is the filling of the meat pie that we are preparing. So I'm going to let you watch till the end of the preparation of the sauce or the filling of the meat pie. So welcome back. At this point, you can see that our filling is almost ready. Now we have to apply our thickener. This thickener could either be all-purpose flour or your cornstarch flour. You put in like 2 spoons into a plate and then mix with your water. If you're making use of the all-purpose flour, your mixture will not be so watery as this. But this is a corn starch flour. So the reason why we make use of this is to bring together the Irish potato, the carrots and the beef, to bring it together and to make it stick in order to avoid the breakage. Like, when you open your meat pie, the sauce inside shouldn't be falling apart one after the other. So that is the work of the thickener. So at this point, our meat pie filling is ready. Looks yummy, right? Now we proceed to the preparation of our meat pie dough. In the preparation of our meat pie dough, so many people add extra flavor to give their own meat pie a unique taste. But I'll be giving you the basic ingredients for meat pie, which includes the flour, the butter, the nutmeg. The nutmeg is optional actually, the baking powder, and then a pinch of salt. Now this is the mixture of our meat pie dough. While you watch, I'll explain to you the use of all the ingredients that was shown to you on the table. The white ingredient you see in the plate, the plastic plate that was on the table, is still our flour, but that one was set aside for the rolling out of the dough, the meat pie dough. And then the egg you see there, that is for starters, for beginners that don't know about meat pie and would want to learn. That egg is for our egg wash. Also, it is very important to let you know that the mixture of your ingredients will determine the outcome of your meat pie. So you have to ensure that you mix in your butter very well and other dry ingredients. After which you pour in your water. This water, I will not really give you a measurement for the water, but while pouring the water, you have to be putting it bit by bit so that you don't pour in excess. The dough for meat pie is not as soft as that for puff puff or even buns. It has to be solid. At this point, your dough is ready, but you have to put it inside the fridge, or you cover with a clean towel to let it loosen a bit. After which you begin to knead. To make it easier for you, you can just cut it into small sizes depending on the cutter you use. Like I said, this video is showing you how to make your student meat pie, or you can actually call it party size meat pie. So I'm going to leave you here to watch it out till the end. So at this point you might be wondering, what exactly am I rubbing at the edges of this our dough? Some people make use of egg. In fact, initially it was egg that was being used at the edges of the meat pie before you close it with the cutter. But as things started becoming costly and expensive, you notice that before you bake a set of meat pie, you will be spending like 3 to 4, 5 eggs. So we decided to come up with something new, which is water. The reason for that water is to make the edges of the meat pie close even after making use of a cutter. The cutter is actually to get the shape, but the water is to make it close, that even when it enters the oven it will not open. If you don't use that water to seal it, okay, the water is used as a sealer. Some people make use of water mixed with a little flour, but you can still make use of only water. It's called the sealer, to seal the edges of the meat pie so that even when it enters the oven it's not going to open up. Now this is the part where we egg wash. The reason for this egg wash is to make the surface of the meat pie look appetizing. It also gives it that shiny look and brings out the color of the meat pie. Now this egg wash is being done twice. The first one is before putting into the oven, and the second one is 15 to 20 minutes after putting into the oven. You bring it out and you do the final egg wash. Some people does their own just once, but I do mine twice. This is to make sure that it gives my meat pie that shining and bright look. Lest I forget, before placing your meat pie on any pan, you have to do what is called the grazing. This grazing is to make sure that that's to prevent your meat pie from sticking to the pan, to the surface of the pan, or from getting burnt. What do you use to do your grazing? You make use of the butter, just a little butter and a little groundnut oil mixed together, and make sure that it's been applied throughout the pan, your baking pan. At this point, our meat pie is ready for consumption. Let us know what you think about this video in the comment section. If you tried out this recipe, this is how your meat pie should look like. Thanks for watching. Bye. See you in our next video.